It's time to celebrate, ladies and gentlemen. Everyone in the cryptocurrency world is talking about how the SEC might offer Ripple a permanent peace deal. Over 4 years have passed since we last saw Ripple win. Finally, that day has come. We can now all take a deep breath and relax. Of course, experts who have been quiet for a while are now saying that XRP will go up in value. A lot of people think that XRP's price could go up to $10,000, 0 cents. That's pretty cool, right? Watch this whole video. Let's get right to the point without any more nonsense. Nota bene. The SEC has officially dropped its case against Ripple after more than 4 years of court fights. This ends one of the most watched and controversial crypto lawsuits in history. This choice doesn't just end a part of Ripple's history. As far as Bitcoin laws go, this could be the start of a new era in the US. In its case against Ripple, which began in December 2020, the SEC said that the company's sale of XRP Ripple coins was an illegal offering of securities. Ripple, on the other hand, always said that the SEC was trying to enforce rules that didn't clearly apply to digital assets. Now that the dust has settled, it looks like the fight won in the end. To a lot of people in the crypto community, Stuart Alderoty, who is Ripple's top legal officer, said they've now dropped every case against every crypto company in the United States. Why? Since the SEC has finally agreed with what we've been saying all along, that you can't take someone to court for breaking the law without first describing what the law is. And this country has never had clear laws, rules, and policies about crypto. This is more than just formal justice. This is a strong attack on how the SEC has regulated cryptocurrencies for many years. The government has taken businesses to court instead of giving them advice, putting its ideas about how the law works to the test through lawsuits. The case against Ripple was a symbol of this bigger struggle. Some people who write about crypto say that the SEC dropped its case against Ripple because there were no clear rules to begin with. That's similar to what many people in the business have been saying for years, that unclear rules were stopping innovation, not bad people. Ripple's win comes at a time when politics are changing. Since Donald Trump is back in the news, the way people in Washington talk about digital assets has changed. The US government is starting to realize that it could fall behind other countries in the race for blockchain innovation. Whether Trump's presence directly affected the SEC's choices or not, it is clear that it has caused federal agencies to move things around. Some people think that the SEC's decision to back down means that the way crypto is dealt with in the future will change in a bigger way. In his film on X, Alderoty made it clear that Ripple isn't just happy about a win, it's all set to lead. We're going to fix things. We are leaving the building. We're going to get back to work. He wanted smart, clear rules and asked Congress to step in and make things clear in an industry that was growing quickly. Not only Ripple investors heard what he had to say, it was for all businesses, developers, and new ideas in the blockchain world. He wants a future where business owners aren't thought of as crooks just because they make new money-making tools. The last few details are still coming in. Ripple pundit said that a Fox Business reporter said the SEC would put out an official press release as soon as the court gave the go-ahead for the withdrawal. But people who own XRP and support cryptocurrencies already know what the message is. The case is over, but Ripple is still alive. The digital asset that was suspended by the courts is now free to return to the market without the heavy weight of regulatory doubt. This choice has effects that go far beyond Ripple. Moving away from strict regulation and toward clear rules is a big change. Now that XRP may have re-established itself in the US market, it could lead to relistings on big exchanges and a flood of institutional interest. This is a win for the crypto community as a whole, not just with the law. It shows that the fight for reasonable rules is beginning to pay off. And just when you think the courtroom scene is over, something really exciting starts. XRP isn't just getting away with nothing, it is getting a lot more attention. Of course, crypto wouldn't be crypto without big promises. Experts in the field are already lighting up X with crazy predictions and price goals that will blow your mind. Some people think this is the start of a full-blown XRP rebirth. Believe me, the next thing they say will blow your mind. Some people think XRP is about to make a once-in-a-generation breakout. Steph wrote, feeling a huge XRP breakout coming on, which is something that more and more people in the community are feeling. You can feel that strain. XRP has been stuck below $2.30 for months, which is annoying for short-term traders but encouraging for long-term believers. The big names? They're not moving. A well-known XRP influencer named Barry C recently made a big splash with a simple but powerful comment. When I bought XRP for 10 cents, I didn't expect it to drop to $2.00. That strong, patient, and steady way of thinking is growing. A lot of new investors just watch the charts go up and down, but pros like Barry C are looking much further ahead. He doesn't care about $3.00 or even $10.00. He wants $20.00, $50.00, or even $100.00. Short-term noise is just noise to him. His goal is to leave his children and grandchildren with a lot of money. If XRP hits $100.00, a $1.00 investment at 10 cents will pay off with $1 million. He's not the only one either. CryptoGeek says that some central banks have estimated that XRP is worth up to $10.00. Yes, central banks. That number might seem crazy, but in this market where stories are what move things forward, it's enough to make people believe and get them behind the cause. The tweet from XRP Chancellor makes the point very clear. Most people will sell for $10.00, but I'm here to buy for $10.00 XRP. It's no longer just about making money. It takes a clear goal, strong conviction, and patience. There are even more extreme predictions going around. Experts now say there is a 90% chance that XRP will flip Ethereum this cycle, according to Crypto Sensei. That would mean that XRP has a bigger market cap than Ethereum. A huge change that, if true, would completely change how power works in crypto. Even if it doesn't happen, the thought of it happening keeps people who believe in XRP glued to their charts. Another popular post was by Ripple Queen, who said that getting XRP now is like buying a house in Manhattan in the 1800s. The value of XRP will go up over time. This is a powerful metaphor that shows what this cause is all about. Back then, no one could have imagined that a piece of farmland would one day be the most expensive thing in the world. That's exactly how some buyers in XRP see the prices right now. A rare moment before everything else starts to happen. Still, not everyone thinks that XRP will reach 4 or 5 figures quickly. Telegown and Changli, on the other hand, give less optimistic predictions, saying that XRP could hit $160.00 or $285.00 by 2040 or 2050. But even those low predictions would mean huge gains for people who bought early, and for people who are already very optimistic, these cautious expectations just make them want to work even harder. People who are investing for the long term see XRP's current lack of movement as a gathering phase. Even though it may feel like a holding pattern, it's calm before the storm. One thing is for sure, the next move will be $10.00, $100.00, or even more. The XRP army is not giving up. They're putting in even more money and betting that this is just the start. Of course, none of this takes place in a vacuum. Ripple really does know what it's doing. They are making deals and building alliances behind the scenes to put XRP at the center of a new financial system. What is going on now isn't